What is the inner game? The inner game is probably today's society's least researched part of the human brain. I've spoken a lot about the psychology of the sale, what makes people do things, what makes people buy things, what makes people like things, and these are all inherent in all of us through evolution of our mindsets and how they work. Now, if we are going to get to where we need to be, the most important thing I can say to you is that it's just progress. It's just momentum. Emotion means motion. You know, we need to put things into action. It doesn't matter if we fail. It doesn't matter if we make mistakes. You know, the perfect plan is the one that you've started today, not the one that you're planning on being even more perfect and it'll be ready next week. It's not about choosing the camera, choosing the lenses, choosing what tripod, how should we do the sound, how are we going to do just press record. Just press record and just start. That's the most important thing. Now, the inner game itself is the difference of our attitude, our enthusiasm, and it's how we can change that. Now, in Western society, there is an awful lot of people that suffer from anxiety, they suffer from depression, they suffer from just not being able to force themselves forward with the momentum and just do it. Just go out there, make mistakes, just go out there, enjoy, just go out there and succeed. It's easy to say those things. And if we don't work on this inner game, why can we get gym memberships? Why can we get golf course memberships? Why can we go and do things for our body and our health, but we can't join something for our mindset? Why can't we do something that will set us in the right frame of mind? Now, I can start with all the graphs and all the rest of it, and I've written hundreds of these and scribbled them out. And I think the way I need to describe this is that the mind is a 6,000-year-old system, an operating system within us, which teaches us or tries to teach us how to avoid mistakes, how to look after ourselves, and it will look for danger. You've probably all heard of the fight or flight mechanism, that the mind will begin to anticipate danger and therefore start the adrenaline in you, and it will either set you up physically for attack or it will set you up for flight, to run away. Now, this was designed around saber-toothed tigers and mammoths in prehistoric times. You know, the mind needed to ready the body. It's an animal instinct. In today's society, it's still doing things to us because the mind is beginning to warn us or give us warning signals about things that are maybe danger. You know, we need to avoid that. You know, we can't go into the room and we can't stand up and we can't talk to people. We can't meet the client and show them all of our skill bases. Now, this is the saddest thing of all. This is the avatar. This is my Uncle Stuart. This is, you know, fantastically talented people, but if I can't get you in front of the people that will appreciate your skill base, then this is my journey, this is my process to you. So the mindset is something that we are in here, and then our mind is part of our operating system. So you know, you have to know that the mind is separate to yourself, and And when you begin to realize that, and what I've done is I've dropped in loads of free bonus downloads of all of the systems that I use to get myself ready, to prepare myself for the day, to prepare myself for the event. You know, athletes would spend, you know, swimmers would spend, you know, months and months and months swimming hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles to do a 100-meter dash. The same as a sprinter, the same as a golfer. They will hit endless amounts of balls. They will practice endless amounts of basketball hoops just for that one time when they need it to be important. So the same thing happens with you, and the same thing happens with your mind. So this repetitiveness brings success and brings confidence. So the more and more hoops you shoot, the more and more golf balls you hit, you are training, you are repeating for the actual event when it comes. You know how you will do it. If you took Tiger Woods, who sets himself up for a game of golf, and you can see his focus, you can see his eyes. He's hit 1,000,000 golf balls before, but then he is on that event and he is picturing every single shot. He has spent the time and he is preparing his focus. He is not allowing his mind to drift. He's not allowing his mind to take over himself, the event. You've got to try and imagine your mind is a tool which is there to protect you, but you can't listen to it all the time. It's the crazy monkey that is whirling around in your head all the time. You can't make it stop. You've heard all of the, you know, all of the terminology that, you know, you're just, you know, you're losing your mind. You're losing your mind with so many things. That is the monkey. You know, that monkey is on drugs. It's drunk. It's just going mad. You wake up in the morning and the monkey has woken before you have woken. The mind is beginning to race before consciousness has taken over. You are the consciousness. The mind is the operating system. So that's a bit deep. I know that's a bit deep. And this, you can see why I've struggled with this. So we need to start to work on our inner game. This will bring us confidence. This will bring us beliefs. I've traveled all over the world. I have always been curious as to people's belief systems. Now, as a young starter in my career, I started as a salesman in a sales job in a little Ford car with a car phone that was down the side here, and it was fixed in the car, and you know, those were such the early days. My car was full of tapes in those days, tape recorders that I would put in and listen to motivational tapes, sales tapes, just getting me going, giving me ideas, building my confidence, working on my inner game. People used to look at it and get in my car and go, what is all this rubbish? What are you listening to? And that was just me. I bought the boxes and I bought then it went to CDs, and I replaced all my Zig Ziglar cassettes and for CDs and my Tony Robbins, and you know, I was obsessed with keeping my inner game, keeping my confidence, and controlling my mind. I didn't understand it then. 30 years of exploration into these systems have now made me understand, and as I say, I've dropped a load of my stuff into this course as bonuses, so you can listen to a few and keep exploring it. Keep on working on your inner game. Join the gym of inner game strengthening and health, because the outer game is what I've taught you, in the course. All the ways and the means and the techniques, that's the outer game. But I would say the inner game is more important. So back to my classic whiteboard here, maybe for the last time on this course. This is your line of success. Okay, this is where we are heading. We are finding clients. We have overcome the confidence level of the sale. We're talking to like-minded, friendly people. We've done our 7 levels deep. We've understood what our superpowers are. We are now building our inner game of confidence, and this is our line of success. Now let me give you one secret piece of advice. Our journey as entrepreneurs, as designers, as people, as we're building confidence, is like this. This is our journey. This is our line of success. Above the line is abundance. This is the joyful part. This is everything working. This is I will, I can achieve. I am in control of my inner game. I am bouncing. I am confident. I am achieving. Below the line is the difficult parts. This is I won't, I can't. This is the dips. These are all the bits that go wrong. These are all the bits that of self-doubt. Doubt, what a terrible word. Darkness. You know, start to play with these things and make them feel funny and joyful, and we don't play those games. We can jump above that line. We can work on our inner game, build our confidence, and then tackle it head on. We are all going to have those ripples. Entrepreneurs, this is life. This is a rainbow, with all my funny colour pens, but this is the rainbow. This is where we're heading. This is the ultimate. We're trying, we're thriving, we're trying to succeed, but you will have these dips, these ups and downs. So the importance of the inner game, to control your mind. The way that we will start to achieve this, the best way to do these things, is to start conditioning and begin to. Everyone is going to be different. All around the world, there are different parts of happiness and joy and difficulties and problems. I would tend to say that the Western world, if you took the Silk Road, where all the invention came from the East and headed towards the West, the abundance, into the Romans, into civilization as they think it is now, capitalism almost. You know, this is the society that we are in. In the interior design world is abundance. You know, we are dealing with people that are paying us to give them style, and you need to have the confidence. My Uncle Stuart, if I could have helped him 20, 30 years ago to be a thriving artist, to have not had doubt in his work, to have looked at paintings which you would die for, and he would paint over them. You know, he would finish the work. He would look at it, and it was no good. To him, it was no good. He worked on it and worked on it, and his inner game was his weakness. So you can see what I'm trying to place this course, place this lesson somewhere in the proceedings as to how important it is. Now, if you find this conditioning, if you start yourself in the morning, and there's all sorts of different things people do. They will go to the gym. They will find health and fitness, and that is of course the most important thing. Keep your body healthy, eat the right things, do all the right things, and you are on the path.